channel, my channel, my content. My channel, my content. My channel, my content.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, everybody.
How are you, Craig?
Doing great.
Awesome.
Had a great New Year's. Just ready to go.
Awesome. We will look to see if anybody can hear and see us. And welcome to Mutation Creations, my channel, my content, myself and Craig from BashCoder. We are here to hang with you. Let's just see if anybody can hear and see us.
Mic check 1 2.
We will see. I haven't heard anything like we can't see. Fire baby, Brittany. Kaboom. Thank you. And Dwight gives us the thumbs up. Sounds great. Jen, sounds great. Loud and clear. Sounds good. Virgil says we're good. Awesome stuff. So, that is awesome. So, New Year's, anything exciting?
Just, I feel like I like to do cleaning up of my area, my basement, and get everything kind of refreshed. I try to do that every January, and I got the facility worked out. I moved some things around, made some more space, moved this whole setup back a little bit, so I've got more room behind me to work on the actual animals. And so, yeah, it's great.
Good feeling. It's good changing things up, and
really is.
It just gives you I don't know what the word is, but it's like maybe gratification, satisfaction. Yep. It's just, just a little bit of change, just, instead of being the same over and over and over.
Absolutely.
So let's see who rounded off the top 3. Oh, Mr. Caplocks himself. Seraphim Serpents in the house. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year and happy Monday. And look at this.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing, man? Balls to you from the UK. Happy New Year. Also, right back to you.
Appreciate your new video on the asphalt gene. That was pretty great.
I haven't seen it yet, of course.
It's just brand new.
Still, I got to be on that. That's my jam. And look at this, Ed, all the way from the Netherlands. Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody, and good morning from Europe. Bam! Thanks for popping in. Carter's Coils, close but no cigar, says good evening. Happy Monday from Virgil. How you doing? Constrictly Business says I'm an hour early. That's how excited I am to be here. I can't tell time zones apparently.
What's up, Phil?
I'm with you there. I'm always asking Siri, what time is 5 Central? What time is this and this? Or I just ask people, yeah, can you do 3 p.m.? I'm like, what's that in Eastern Standard Time?
It's one more than the correct standard time, which is Central, of course.
Nick, what's going on? Sammy, Mr. Bull Python himself. 219 in the house. What's going on? Nikki,
what's
are you?
Up?
Happy
What's
New
up?
Year. Oh, yeah. This is the first MC of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Excited to see your smiling faces. Thank you so much, Nikki. Endless Morphs says, hello, good evening, all. Hope everyone's having a great day and a great start to the week. Bear's in the house early.
What's up, Bear?
What's up? The Pie Man says, good Monday. Everyone forgot it was Monday. I've been so busy. Well, hopefully been busy being productive.
Yeah.
So I came here to talk shit and eat popcorn, and I'm all out of popcorn. How the hell is everybody? I love it.
What's up, Mr. Josh, man?
Live your dream. Ray and Charles, Yay! Not going to have to watch a replay this week. Happy New Year, all. That's good. Lucky's in the house. We have Keys. What's up?
What's up, Terrence?
Let's go, Billy and Craig. Hope you all had great holidays. We did. Well, I mean, I did. Sounds like you did. Hope you guys in the chat all did also. So, this will be my biggest year yet.
Right on.
Good. I mean, it should be. Every year should be. You know, next year should be the biggest year, and then the year after, or you might have that little, you know, either plateau or a little dive, and then, you know, the second year because you got stuff raised up. But you should always have stuff raising up to ensure, you know, better either better genetics or better odds at hitting some of the animals that you're looking at. But you always should be year after year, you know, raising that bar. But I hope everyone's biggest year is 2025. You know, get out of that little sludge we've been in and move forward and get back to doing what we love with a smile. Brittany says, hi, Billy. Hi, Craig. Hi, chat. Hope everyone is safe and warm. We got a bunch of snow here in Maryland, and you had the day off. You got a snow day. I hope you were very productive on your snow day. Jason, what's up? Good evening. Right back to you. Steven says, hello, everyone. Adrian says, hi. Happy New Year from KBC. Polymorph Pythons. What's going on, guys? Fellow Canadians. Jordan and Scott. Jen. Texas Made in the house. It's a cool logo. It's a cool logo. Texas Made Morphs. Straight Blast in the house.
Right on.
Oh, look at this guy. What's going on? Good evening, Billy, Craig, and everyone in the chat. With that couple palm trees. Are you on vacation again?
Is that what he's doing? This guy is the master of all cruise ships.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Jordan and Scott could probably give them a run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he gave me the whole scoop on it when I hung out with him in St. Louis, and holy crap, the cruise lines are like, come again. We'll pay for it. Come on. You know?
Yeah.
He's just amazing.
You know, everyone's seeing snow and shit, and they've got like palm trees.
Yep.
Are you on vacation? If you are, I'm fucking jealous. God damn it. Another Canadian in the house. Gerald, how you doing? VIP Morphs in the house.
What's up,
Casey's
Gerald?
in the house from Goff's Reptile Creations. RGRC in the house.
Awesome.
Let's see. Here's all the loud and clears. Jay Slithers in the house. Holly from Texoma.
Hey,
What's
Holly.
going on? Preparing for the Wednesday auction. Which auction is that? Is there one? Is it on your channel?
Give us the details.
Yeah, if you want to put it in the chat, you know, have a shameless plug. Let's do it. Speaking of plugs, gotta give my man Chino shout out. DMJ Reptiles, New York, not slacking.
Pachow.
He's styling. And my favorite color, green. So had to rock it. And you're rocking USARK hat with the Oregon State U.
Yep. I went there for a couple of years. Grew up in that town.
Good school?
Yeah.
Awesome.
School.
Well, look what turned out. Look how you turned out. Has to be a great school.
Oh, come on.
Oh, your cheeks getting red and rosy.
Make me blush.
No, I just sat outside and was freezing my ass off. I'm just warming up.
Oh, man. It's like 20 degrees here right now. And it's this Friday. We're actually expecting some snow. We had a couple flurries down here, which is pretty unusual for Alabama.
Yeah, the climate all around the world is changing up. It's crazy. Yep. You know, we hardly have any snow, and I'm in Toronto. Up north, there's still a lot of snow, but in Toronto, hardly any snow. If like it snows and it may stay for a day or two and then it goes away. But yeah,
We've
our
had ice
winter-
storms in the Midwest, upper Midwest, and then next couple days, Texas is going to get hit pretty hard.
crazy.
Okay, here's Holly's shameless plug. Not another reptile podcast host auction. Maybe a few, also maybe a few other people from the Reptile Lounge. 7:30 Central on
Okay.
Wednesday on the Texoma Exotics YouTube.
Awesome. There you go. Chad from Hyperspace in the house. What's up? John from BlackRock. What's up, Billy? Craig in the chat. Started off 2025 with a bunch of new pairings. What's 1 or 2 pairings that you guys are most excited about? Good question. Go ahead, Craig.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Ultramil Krypton stuff I'm doing and the Freeway Clownpied stuff I'm doing. And the Black Pastel DG Hypo stuff. And so those are 3 of my favorite projects I'll be doing pairings for this year.
So I've got a few Quint pairings that I'm working on. So, some combo 5 het stuff. But I'm excited because I need more of it because I'm just getting into that realm. Starting. I'm not going to do a lot of them, but I'm still trying to make a lot of, combo double recessive double hets. I want to make a bunch of triple recessive with some stuff. So all that's starting to roll out, but it's exciting because, oh my God, I'm going to have more quintet stuff, which is exciting because years down the road, and I'm probably years and years, I'm going to start making triple visual double hets, with some things, it's that stepping stone.
Yep.
I don't know. I wonder, I would like to see the first Quint recessive animal, it's coming. The odds are, it should be coming in the next few years.
Now, I only know of less than a handful of quad recessive.
Quads, yes.
So quints are coming.
Yeah, well, I might as well prepare for it, but I'm excited about that because it's, some of my first just to have. I have quints, but they're not really quints because it's het clown, het cryptic. They're kryptons.
Right.
So they're not a true 5. They're, it's
yeah.
4. Yeah,
It's just allelic.
It's a 3 recessive het, a 3 het, and then it's a krypton. So het clown het. So it's not really 5. It's really 4. But I'm guaranteed 1. Het clown or het krypton or cryptic out of the mix. But so I don't really have true quints, but I will. So I'm happy there. I've got a few pairings. I want to now that I'm pretty positive the Scrambler is the new gene I have is Scrambler.
Yeah.
So I'm putting that to a lot of stuff to make a lot of combo super Scrambler stuff. I'm excited about that. I should.
Scrambler's so great.
Yeah, I should have a lot of projects that I'm really excited about. More super asphalt clown stuff and things like that. I couldn't really name just a couple. I've got so many different things, but excited nonetheless. It's 2025. I'm gonna, I would say I'm gonna be more focused and know what I want and sort of. It's been a change already. And there's a lot of stuff that I'm not even pairing. I'm like, I'm not even going to pair this year because I got enough. And so a lot of changes. Raj says, what's good, everyone?
What's up, Raj?
Robinson Exotic Reptiles says, hello, everyone. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Look at you. Thank you. And just like he said, bam. So let me go back here. Mr. Guaps 808, greetings right back.
What's up?
What happened there? There we go. GG's. What's up, guys? Good evening, fam. Going through the collection we just bought, and there's a lot of junk. How many pastels do you need?
You know,
But you know what? You can't. Yeah, I get it. Pastels aren't a thing, but I don't mind it, especially in my freeway clown, my
Right.
G stuff. So you just got to find where it works. But if it's just basic pastel or lemon blast or bumblebee stuff, move it.
super pastel freeways are so great.
They're so cool looking. So I've got a lot of shots at like super pastel freeway clowns and pieds and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. But I do want to add other genes with it. But I'm happy seeing pastel enhancer, pastel DG, pastel enhancer, DG pieds, in clowns, all that. Creative. Oh my God. Constricting creations. What's going on? How you doing, fellow Canadian? Brew balls. How are you guys? Happy New Year. Right back. Solar Annals in the house. Montana Mike. Small batch reptiles. Welcome. Happy New Year. Always working on the upgrade. You gotta. Yep. There, Key says it as well. Gotta upgrade. Take Virgil's away. Take that one away, Craigie.
What are the top 5 genes that you guys will think will be the most influential in 2025 minus recessives? So codoms.
Yep. You go first.
Hurricane.
Okay.
I think Scrambler will start to ascend even more. I think people are getting really excited about it. I think well, what do you think?
So it depends what you're doing it in, right? Like, I don't want to have anything that's not recessive, right? For myself, like even my scrambler stuff, I am making some super scrambler stuff, but it's going to be really pied, lav, hypo, that kind of stuff.
I think Stranger's got a lot of legs still.
Stranger still, yeah. I have a lot. I did a lot of Stranger clown combos this year. I've got that going into DG as well, DG combos. So Stranger combo DG clown stuff. I like Stranger. I still think it's got some legs and some cool stuff to do. Scrambler is like my number one right now. I just love what it's done and what Mark Mandic and oh my God, why do I always
Chris Hernan?
Thank you so much. Mark and Chris, so easy names to remember, but Billy fucks it up.
I think Monsoon is great, and especially the super form.
Oh my God.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. So Monsoon and Super Monsoon.
Yeah.
I still like what Asphalt does, the Super Asphalt combo stuff.
Yeah.
Hurricane I've been working with for a while. I think it sort of took a little hit when it was the same as, the Trick and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of new stuff out there, like Bang. And I don't think Bang is recessive. I could be wrong, but I'm just trying to really work what I have here and really step it up a notch. Like now that I know that, I don't know, but I'm pretty positive that my new gene is Scrambler. Now I get the focus with it and really, take it up, and I'm putting it into Ultramel. I'm putting it into every recessive I have, even Monsoon. So working a lot of that stuff. And then, Orange Dream is always a staple. Super OD stuff down the road. OD makes stuff great. So
I think Bongo may have a breakthrough year. this year because I think people are seeing it in different combos and
Finally, yeah.
yes, it might ascend this year. There's several really super expensive codoms that are not going to have a breakthrough year just because nobody has them.
Yeah, there's a lot of high-end stuff that
might be influential though. The question was influential, but it might be influential.
These balls and exotics, what's going on?
What's up, Dylan?
Shannon, how you doing? Hanging out with the cowrie tick. Look at you go. Just working, laptop on the couch. That's not really working, but Pythonosaur, what's going on, man? What's up, boys? Starting 2025 with a bang. Sold all of my fish today to focus solely on staff. Wow. Cleaning rat bins. Look at you go. So 219, people talking about snow days. Billy's probably laughing. Americans can't handle little snow and cold. Yeah, well, I'm from Canada, and I can't really handle it either, but I'm used to it. Doesn't mean I can handle it. That's why I don't go out. I don't do winter sports. I'm a hermit. So,
all my Viking genes, and I still hate the cold.
Oh, Troy says, not on vacation, palm tree.
The
South Carolina state flag. There's something I didn't know. Plus, we have several in our yard. It's nice and warm here, but we'll be chilly this weekend. There you go.
Second cold front is coming through from the past 2 weeks. So we've got a second one coming this week.
Massey Morphworks in the house. What's going on? Take this one away, Craig.
Always evaluating and reevaluating the collection each time I make a pairing. If I'm not excited, if I'm not excited about the pairing and potential outcome, yeah, it's cut the pairing. I don't know, but I don't. About, yeah.
He forgot the AB.
Autocorrect.
Yeah. If I'm not excited, out the pairing and potential income.
I see. That makes sense too. That makes sense too.
So there's your shameless plug again, right on the screen. Ta-ta.
Wednesday, 7:30 Central.
Oh, look at that. Craig is the guy I aspire to be.
Well, I appreciate that, Josh. I mean, Josh has the collection I want. And he's a great guy.
That's awesome. Look at that. That's amazing. 9 inches of snow. Damn. Ohio's got more snow than I do. So that's where I am, Toronto. They're up north and knee deep in snow. Knee deep. Little bit of everything. Patrick Saunders in the house.
What's up? Street Prophet Patrick.
If I'm not excited about the pairing and the babies don't progress the project, it's time to decide if one or both snakes need to go.
That's true.
Yeah. Pink hand, waving. Should have pom-poms cheering for Craig.
He's got that third arm that comes out.
Yay.
We're setting up she's an author and she's doing a new podcast. So we're setting up a new podcast studio just for her book stuff. So I'm excited about that.
Oh, wow. What's it called? Ask the Author?
Not sure what it's going to be called.
Well, there's a free
there
title.
You go.
Ask the Author.
Ask the Author.
Brittany from Fire Baby says, when it comes to shipping, what's your policy during this time of year into February? Throughout Canada, I ship with Reptile Express. I've been using them for a while. They have, I don't know if they're open up this week or next week for shipping throughout Canada. But when they do, they make an announcement. And depending where it's going, so I basically, from here to this location, and then I send it in, pay for it with the size box, and everything's done. I get the printing label so that I can and it gets booked where FedEx will just come pick up the animal on a certain day and time. they will look at it and check and say, hey, I don't recommend because this week is too hot. This week is too cold. There's delays to that area. We will inform you and the client that we'll look at next week for a delivery. So I go based on what they say. So in the US, it's probably a lot busier. There's a lot more stuff going on. So I don't know how you guys do it, or Redline, or with Morph Market, or the other companies out there that ship your reptiles. I don't know if they send you a disclaimer or what the weather's like or how to pack, but they do here for Reptile Express. So they'll tell me, yes, it's okay to ship, but put in 2 heat packs on the sides, 1 on the top. A 40 and 2 60s. Do this. Don't poke holes in the box. Poke holes in the box. I do exactly what they tell me. If they tell me do not ship for 2 weeks, I do not ship. I listen to them. So I'm not sure. I would not, especially how cold it is, just put snakes in a box and just, I think it needs this heat pack. They know because they look at where it's going, where it's sitting, the different things, and they have all the instructions that I follow, and I've never had an issue. So I pay for their service, and they provide an awesome service.
Yeah, I very much, in the U.S., very much appreciate the expertise and experience that comes with Redline.
So Redline does that.
And they,
Awesome.
and they have, just, you can get their customer support. I don't even mean to start a flame war in the chat, but they're a sponsor of my channel because I really appreciate what they bring to the table.
So, I would go with the provider or the company that you're using. So here in Canada, we don't have access to Redline, because if we did, I would be using Robin and his service. Thing is I don't, so I use the best one in Canada, which is Reptile Express. So that's how I would, look at the provider and do what they say, because it's their field.
Yep.
So Mr. Caplocks himself says, so far up here, we have around 50 inches of snow, and it's now minus 14. Wow. Like here, I don't know. What's the weather here today? Let's see. It's minus 8 right now in where I'm at, minus 8. So it's going to go down to minus 9 tonight. So we're already at almost the low of tonight. So we're minus 8. But I got no snow, baby. No snow. You got over 4 feet. It sucks to be way, way up north, man. That's where you actually go out to your car and you have to look at the little coloration of the top of the snow to see which one's your car, because it's crazy. And you know what the worst part about having, that much snow? You go out and you spend the whole friggin' day digging out your car and doing your driveway, and then the snowplow comes down later and it stacks another 6 feet of snow at the end of your driveway, and it's usually wet and it's icy and it's not so easy. That's what sucks. I'll take the driveway and the sidewalk any day without having to do or over the snowplow coming and putting all that heavy, wet, iced, stacked snow at the end of the driveway from pushing off, clearing the streets. Because it's like, wow, takes more energy for me to do that little part than the rest of it.
Yep.
So, Carissa's in the house. What's up?
What's up, Carissa?
Fred popped in. What's going on, man?
My man.
Grim Reaper in the house. Paul. Bear says, excited to make holy grails, and also, oh yeah, your first hog nose. One of my first clutches will be all sunbursts. Phenomenal. That's awesome. Yeah, it's your very first ever hognose clutch. Sick.
That's
Gamer
great.
King. I'm a new breeder. Just had my first season, going into my second. Any tips? There's so much. You know, there's so many things to.
Join Billy's Patreon.
You know, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. It's not just one thing. There's many. It all depends on your budget, your space, your wants, your needs, your goals. There's just, there's so many. Get into a chat group or join a Patreon and learn as much as you can. And, we just had somebody new come in and they were on their very first Q&A with us last night. They joined into the chat group that we have for our Patreon. And, people were, they asked questions and people were helping out. And you really need, other people's, I guess, thoughts and ideas on certain things. And a lot of people will come at you with, well, I did this because I thought this and it didn't work out, or I did this because of that. Well, where you're at right now, maybe you should do this first. You get a lot of eyes and everyone's trying to help you. So you're going to get a lot of great answers to your question. And not everyone is wrong or right. It's just how you want to take it and roll with it. Because I can say, well, you need to do this. And then Craig can say, well, you need to do this. And someone else says you need to do that. And they all work, except it depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. Sometimes newbies get advice like, buy these specific animals to make these specific snakes. And trust me, they'll sell like hotcakes. And that's sort of beside the point. It's really a matter of what you want to pursue for you. And so take your time, learn your morphs.
So yeah, it's pretty much what it is. Basic pastel. Yeah. Move them. Oh, here's another one. Pastel still looks great in puzzle. It sure does.
Yep.
Super gravel, super asphalt, definitely freeway.
Yep.
I like pastel and a lot of that stuff. Endless morph. Sunset freeway is my main goal this year. Sweet. Ledka popping in.
What's up, Ledka?
How are you? Bear Scream Scrambler also. Scrambler for the win or fuck the world.
I think that's for the win.
Fuck the world, Scrambler. Scrambler, fuck the world. Kill it all. Let's see. The other Chad's in the house. What's up?
What's up, Chad?
Hey, man. Jeff says, hey, everyone. Bald head balls. What's going on?
There you go.
Nikki screams out. Well, she's not screaming. It's not cap locks like Paul. Hope you're having a great Monday. I'm screaming it for you, Nikki. Oh, yeah, the new Voodoo stuff is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Voodoo. Cypress. Yeah, I like Cypress as well. I've got my Cypress spot nose clown going to a few things. I've got a bunch of 2-3 gene Cypress hypo stuff. I've got some combo Cypress asphalt, into my hypo clown stuff and into my pied stuff. And I have Ultramel. I just paired an Orange Dream puzzle to a Cypress Ultramel. So making, OD Cypress double hets. Troy's on Bob's payroll.
Nah.
But he ain't lying. There you go. Let's see. So Small Batch says, just hatched a ODYB pin pied and his orange stripe turned white. Anyone know why? Orange stripe. I'd have to see. You shouldn't have any striping. ODYB pin pied should be just saddles.
But
know,
on a pin pied, sometimes you do see some of the stripe come through in the pattern, don't you? Sometimes.
hold on.
Go get one. Let's see who else we got checking in. Find where he is in the scroll.
So it's not really striped.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right. You can see where the ridge would be on the top there, but it's not really a
I
stripe.
don't know what would be white, like the dorsal or
Might need some more information from you, small batch, on that.
yeah, that's what, and that's why I like this, because I want to make super OD, and I like that it takes the pattern away.
Mm-hmm. I like pin and pied. Constrictly Business says Puzzle Scrambler and Super Asphalt are on my wish list. Jason Phillip, just need some white lace DG Scrambler Jungle Woma to see how bright it will stack. Interesting. White lace is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Bear, I hate the cold. I also hate the heat. I'm a weather bitch.
Yeah. Wow. And
That's unusual for a farmer. He's in agriculture. For a farmer to hate the weather, that's unusual.
Yeah. Charlie, what's going on, my man? How are you?
What's up, Charlie?
Well,
Charlie's got started his new vlog this week and posted it yesterday or this morning. His first entry with him and his daughter. Check it out, everybody, and go subscribe on
there
YouTube.
You go.
Winner of the 15 minutes of lame, and then just continuing on with the videos that really captured a lot of people.
Awesome.
Over the past
They
few
were
months.
Great.
Yep.
What's up, Alex? Florida Born Exotics in the house. Marcus and Tiffany coming on in.
What's up, guys?
What's up? Under the surface.
Under the surface. Reverse Paul here. Reverse caps lock. Under the surface. That's the name of her new podcast. Cool.
Yes.
Because her first book is called Waters Break, and it happens in an underwater civilization, and it's pretty cool. So
Awesome.
That's why it's called that.
There you go. There you go.
1 year anniversary of her book.
Suggestion.
1 year anniversary of her first book being published. So we're
congratulations.
Proud of her. Excited
That's
about
awesome.
that.
That is amazing. I remember last year when you were talking about, she's finally coming out and posting it, and you posted it up, the links to it, which is awesome. Yes, 1 year already.
Yeah.
Time's flying. Wow. Snake X says, hello, Billy and Craig from Minnesota.
Nice.
Raphael says, Billy, thank you for all the knowledge that you share with us. I owe you a lot. Oh, thank you. I used to breed boas, berms, retics in Brazil back in 99 to 2010. Thanks to you, I've restarted. Oh, wow. That's awesome to hear.
Great.
I enjoy putting out videos. I'm starting to put some more out now. I'm getting back into that thing, where it's doesn't feel like work, and it's exciting, and I'm thinking about new things. And I'm glad people are still watching some of the old stuff. I'm still getting a lot of view counts, and people still like, thanks for this, or I don't know how to sex. I don't know. You make it look so easy. I must be doing it wrong. So, but at least, I have content out there that'll help people either grow or do things right or avoid certain things or anything, or even just inspire people. But that's great that you've restarted. And if I had a little bit of a part of that, that's awesome. Awesome to hear. Bear loves Redline. Nikki loves Redline. H&B Exotics popping in saying hello. That's too cool. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, Boyd's or Us. That's basically went from the Raphael, went from his personal to Boyd's or Us.
Okay.
Because I never saw Raphael before. I've seen Boyd's or Us, which is great. So now put the name to the brand. Awesome. Eric, 17, in Iowa today.
Wow.
Ed Stamp says, "Good evening, community." Thank you, Fire Baby. Thank you so much. Boyd's Russ says, "Now I have higher end animals giving me clutches and have my own YouTube channel. Thank you so much, sir. Your passion is inspiring." Awesome. I'm glad. I try. I love what I do. I like to see people, move forward and do what they want to do and understand how to do it. And, get that. I guess it took you a while to get you starting to post stuff and do reels, and now you got a channel and you've got the reptile workshop, not network. One day it'll be a network, but it's great to see people go from where they were like 2 years ago compared to where they are now. It's like, I love seeing the progress and where you're at and the knowledge and the experience and the confidence. And it's great to see how, just with you, Craig, where you, over the last 2 years, night and day. And it's great because everybody can do what we got to do. It's just learning, putting in the time, believing in yourself, and just, believe me, it's not fucking easy. Like,
No. And half the time you just say, you think of an idea and you go, oh, that's dumb. And people already know this. And, maybe not. And so put it out there and see what happens.
Yeah. The people that do watch it and have seen it and know it. But the people out there that haven't. And how do you know who's watching or who's going to watch? Right. So just put it out there and let the viewers decide.
Mm-hmm.
Colorfully vulgar. What's going on?
What's up, Dan, my buddy?
Florida says, Florida born, my man Alex says, join the MC crew and you'll speed up your breeding game. I'd like to think so. I'm hoping on it. At least really understand where you're at and where you need to be, or sort of at least find out how to do things. And there's so much knowledge, and not only just in breeding, purchasing, when to buy, how to set it up, how to look ahead, how to forecast, how to look at the market. There's so many things, and it's a mindset too, trying to stay positive.
You just got to join a community that is passionate about the same things you are. And you got to soak in that,
So his back is white, very low white. You sure it's pinned? I'd have to see a pic.
Yeah.
Because pin shouldn't be just low white unless it has something else that's causing it. Like cinnamon pin, sin pins will be low white. High white. So very low white. Oh, his back is white. So his back is white. So I'd have to see the animal. But every pin pied I've made, whether it's OD, yellow belly, super OD with Enchi, I've got it's the same sort of pattern. I'd have to look at it. Bailey's Royals, beauties. What's going on?
What's up, guys?
I can't believe y'all. Well, I mean, it's just another gene. I mean, so to me, I have it. I have quite a bit of it, but not like, it's not something that I want in every single animal. It's great, but I'm going to take Orange Dream over Cypress every day. I'm going to take Asphalt over Cypress every day. Scrambler over Cypress every day. I'd probably take all those even over Stranger. Right now, don't forget, a lot of these genes that we're mentioning have been around for a long time.
Right.
But Cypress is good. Like I said, I've got it, but it's not like, oh, I can't wait to do this. Like, I have a Cypress spot-nosed clown I bred for 3 years. I think this year I'm only putting them to 2 animals, and then I'm getting rid of them, breeder male. But I've got spot nose in my hypo clown, my hypo pied, my ultramel game, my freeway stuff. I've got it to where I need it, into my ultramel hypo pied stuff. I have Cypress. I've got it where I'm happy with. I've got 3-4 gene hypo cypresses growing up. I don't want to keep, I can't wait. I want, it's like Scrambler. Right now, I want Scrambler in everything until I see that, it doesn't work with this or it's not great in that. But me, I'm Cypress, I'm scrambling the world. It's like OD. There isn't a combo that OD isn't, shit, I can't believe I have OD in this. This sucks.
True.
I think the same thing with Scrambler from what I'm seeing. The more Scrambler that I have, I'm great. I won't think that with Cypress. I won't think that with Stranger. I won't think that with a lot of genes. But it also depends on what your goal is. Like, I love my asphalts, my freeways, my super asphalt, but I don't want to have asphalt in everything. But I do want a lot of it, but just not into everything.
You heard it here first. Billy hates Cypress.
I don't hate it.
I'm just kidding.
Just like Hurricane, Now, if I had Cypress, 5-6 years ago, which I did, but I only put it into certain things, right? Yeah. Now Cypress has been around for a while. Same thing as Stranger. Stranger's probably 10 years old, right? It's probably a gene that's been around for 10 years.
Yep.
So it's something that you just got to sort of look at and see, what you want to do and where you want to put it.
Mm-hmm.
319 says, "What's up?"
What's up, Chris?
I got it. See, I got it. I got you, Raphael. I got you. Marcus and Tiffany say 1 foot of snow and some ice, and Kentucky shut down.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would do
it. Bro, so does the hobby.
So this is really my kind of thing this year. I really feel like content we need to evaluate content on whether or not it draws people in or pushes people away from the hobby. And I have very little use right now for content that pushes people away from the hobby. And I feel like if we don't grow the hobby, this year's probably one of the most important years to grow the hobby that we've ever had. If we really want this comeback like everyone says we're going to have to grow the hobby, and we're going to have to sort of evangelize people into the snake
and
world,
learning and understanding it and enjoying it. And
yep. And we got to show that love of this stuff in order for people to catch the vision for it. We're not going to capture anybody's imagination by talking about 2 or 3 shitty breeders. We're only gonna capture people's imagination by showing them amazing examples of the animals and how much we love them and how much they add to our lives.
What they can do, what value they can bring to you in your passion, your drive, your business, in numbers, the community, the networking. There's so much more, right?
Yep. And there's so much love and cooperation. There's so many people pouring into other people like we've never had before.
Yeah. And not only business or this industry, just even personally, we've
that's right.
So it's a community based.
But we can't become an Ouroboros where the snake eats its own tail and all we have are breeders selling to other breeders. We have to share this with all the pet lovers out there and get people involved.
And guide them the right way so that they can, understand and do well.
Yep.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year's from Sean, right back at you. Zach, what's going on? Loving the videos you've been posting, Billy. Very inspiring top 10 video when it comes to my asphalt projects. Yeah, that's the thing too. I have so many different things. I'm like, let me just pick some stuff that I like that's sort of personal to me also.
That came out today, right? That video?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So another thing too is there's a few animals, like I gotta work with the camera guy to, like, if you zoom in or you move in close, make sure that it's focused. Or if it's not, we take another shot so that the editor can do that. Because there was some, I'm like, man, that's blurry. It's too late now. So I'm getting back into the, let's do everything and get things right and start. I'm getting on a roll. But I appreciate your feedback. And I have a lot, like I said, I have a lot of animals that are like 2-3 gene, just regular stuff, but it's triple or quad het. Or, you don't want to see like that Orange Dream Yellow Belly Pinstripe hide that I just showed you is also double het ultramel hypo. Just looks like any other Orange Dream Yellow Belly pin pied, but it's double het.
Yeah.
Hi, look at this one. Yeah, it's just a pastel, but it's a quint.
Yeah.
Not exciting to anybody because it's just a fucking pastel. So I don't want to show that stuff off. I want to say, hey, like, look at this. And plus, I've been chasing the VPI Super Asphalt forever, and I keep missing everybody else that had the animals that I made and sold off for making them. I kept the wrong trio. I kept a 1.2 and I sold a 1.2. I haven't produced a Super Asphalt VPI yet. So just brutal. But I'm happy with the VPI Freeway. So Creative Genetics, what's going on?
What's up?
Tiger Gods says, so many vids that I can learn from. Thank you so much for doing it. You're very welcome. Oh yeah, Calico's another gene that I think might come back. It's just looking awesome, especially in Scrambler, and I've seen some cool Calico stuff. So I'll take a peek of that. Or if you want, I don't know if I'm following you, but send me a message. So Mutation Creation, send me a message, send it to me on my message. And if I'm not following you, I will follow you. So is puzzle good to invest in? Depends on your budget. Depends what you have. If it's your very first recessive, I would say no. I don't know what you have. I've got a little bit of it. I prefer cryptic. Puzzle clown, puzzle G-stripe, puzzle everything else. It doesn't really do anything for me. I actually went cryptic way. So it is if you love it, if you love what it does, but it's if you're just getting into puzzle and just puzzle, no. If you're getting into combo puzzles and double recessive stuff and maybe even triple stuff, it could be. It's a really tough question because I don't know what you have. Let's see. Let's see. What genes are you purging from your collection? Tri-stripe, rainbow. I pretty much got rid of most of my rainbow stuff. I've got a few projects with Austin at Royal Highness pythons. We got some joint pairings with that, but I've got some other stuff. I'm trying to get rid of my my tri-stripe stuff. A few other things. Just I have so much, and I'm trying to do things a little differently. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Patrick. Thank you. What's going on? Shauna's in the house.
What's up, Shauna?
So I talk shit on Hurricane to you, Billy, but I realize now that's the shit, and there's always a plant. It depends, right? Like, I don't really like puzzle. It really doesn't do anything for me. I'm not a real Sunset fan. I'm not a Monarch fan. But that's not because it's shit. It's because I don't think it's going to do anything for what I'm doing. Now, if I just want to buy jeans and make stuff to produce to sell because that's what everybody wants, I don't think I'm going to be excited. Like, hey guys, here's a clutch. Oh shit. Here's a pastel sunset. Here's a sunset cypress. Cool. $5,000, $2,000, $1,500. Get it the fuck out of here. I don't want it. You know what I mean? I don't shit on those projects. I just don't like them because they don't do much for me. Right. So even with the OD puzzle I have here, I'm like, what am I going to do with them? Let me put them to, what did I put them to again? It's just over here. Oh, the Ultramel Cypress. You know why? Because I do like the Ultramel puzzle. So, wonder what OD and Cypress is going to do? But I'm only making double heads, right? Same thing with the Sunset. I don't like Sunset, but I do like Ultramel Sunset. So, I actually have a split pairing with my Super Orange Dream Yellow Belly Ultramel female is going to a Sunset clown. So I'm going to be making OD and OD Yellow Belly triple heads. Great. So when I do make sunsets, holy shit, I just made an Ultramel Sunset fucking Orange Dream clown. Oh my God. You'll see me jumping around because it's going to look like fucking incredible. But if I'm just cutting open, it's like, oh, pastel sunset. Not excited. So Hurricane, if you don't like it, there's nothing wrong with it. But
I love it in clown.
Yeah, I made some crazy Hurricane clown stuff. Maybe even Super Hurricane stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
But it all depends on what you want to do. And guess what, guys? You don't have to have every gene in your collection. You don't have to work with every gene that's out there. I work with Ultramel because I like it. It's 10 times cheaper than Monarch. So if I want to do this for money, I'd be investing in Monarch and making Monarch stuff. I like Ultramel. I breed Hypo, one of the cheapest recessives on the market. I love what it does. So that's why I work with it. I'm not working with stuff because of the dollar amount. I'm working with it because I like what it makes.
It's one of those, like you were talking about, that just how often do you see a pairing and go, I wish that Hypo wasn't in there? It's just very rare. I muted Odin Exotics because he was pocket texting. I think it was in his pocket and active, and so he kept getting garbled messages. So rather than invade his privacy, I just sort of muted him for a little bit.
I'd like to purge Clown. Krypton can stay, but I prefer the variety. Yeah, Clown is, like I said, everybody has Clown. So you're going to, I think Clown's going to be one of those ones where, in the last 4, 5, 6 years, it's like you need to get into it. But I think now you've really got to take it in your own direction and really up the game because, the people that are really into it, there's stuff in there that I'm like, I don't even know how long I could even, if I tried to get into that project today, how long it's going to take me to get into that. It's just awesome what's out there. But, it's basically what you want to do. Mike, Morph Av, what's going on? I agree. I love my Cryptic and Krypton stuff.
Me too.
Oh, here's another, man. Constricting Creations. What's going on? Pretty pumped. First pairing for Krypton.
It's so great because you end up with clowns, you end up with cryptics, you end up with kryptons, and it's a lot of versatility in the gene. And it gives me a lot of the same feels that I get from puzzle.
Oh, Kevin, what's going on, Sugar Skull?
What's up, Kevin?
How you doing? Yeah, Zach. I have quite a bit of it. I'm going to be making a lot of Hurricane Hypo stuff. I've got a lot of, I've been breeding Super Hurricane stuff for a long time. I've got Banana Spot Nose Hurricane Clown breeder female breeding again. I forget what I'm breeding her to this year, But I've got a lot of that stuff, and it's great. It's just I don't want to have a hurricane in every one of my animals. So you take a gene and you run it to certain things for projects you want. With Scrambler right now, I want it into everything. And then I'm going to put as much as in, shove it in my holdbacks, and then say, okay, here's the direction I want to go to. And now, every year I just keep adding to help that project build or go into the direction I want. And if I have stuff that doesn't fit the direction I want, then I can sell it. Hey, here's a 700-gram 4-gene Scrambler animal that's het hypo or het pied. Someone will be able to use it. So if it doesn't fit my plans, it can fit someone else's. But have a plan. Holy shit! Stan, what's going on, man? See you in the house. Looking forward. Stay on the grind. Awesome. Welcome, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Game of Odds in the house. Banna, what's going on?
What's up, Banna?
How you doing? Look at those emoji. The emoji queen from
So
hell.
that's Whiskey Bomb. Whiskey Bomb. That's what that is.
Oh, okay.
For the Whiskey Bomb Network. She's got Off the Plank podcast she's doing. What's up? Yep. Liz Tang Clan.
Let's see. I'm just trying to. No, it's not. Two different palettes, two different things. They're not allelic. Two different genetics. I think Ultramel and Monarch shouldn't even be compared.
Yep.
It's not.
Ultramel's darker, higher contrast.
Yeah, it's not like
Monarch
Lesser and Butter, right? Lesser and Butter, they're pretty much the same. Blitz and Hurricane are the same or very similar.
Yeah.
But Ultramel Monarch, I think they're two different genes. And I prefer the lighter coloration and what it does, especially in hypo and some of the stuff that I like. I prefer the Ultramel, and that's just a preference. I do like lychees. I actually I got some eggs, ready to hatch soon. I've hatched quite a few. I've got a couple breeding pairs. They're pretty cool.
I love them. Someday I'll get into them.
Let's see. Just people talking in the chat. Here we go. Okay, so I'm actually caught up. So Scrambler Holy Grail is sick. So
let's get some questions. Some more questions.
A Super OD Ultramel Monarch might be. Yeah, I don't know what Ultramel and Monarch will do. It might bring that coloration similar to Candy, or Rainbow more like, like Ultramel Monarch. I don't know. I'm sure someone will do it, but thank you, Sean. Thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna switch this to take that off. I don't know why that's still there. I'm gonna put on Gold for COCO. And if you're in Canada and you need, a couple bales, single to 2 or 3, I think is the most we ship. You can order it off of Amazon. I have the link listed in the description below for Canada only. Working on the US one. So, yeah. If you could work with only 5 morphs, what would they be and why? Question for both. See, luckily we don't have to have 5 morphs, but if I had to do 5 morphs, and eventually start and then mix them all together, Enhancer, Monsoon, Pied, Orange Dream, and I'm probably going to say Scrambler over Asphalt. Those would be my 5 morphs.
Interesting. I think I would, if you only have 5, then you need, I would focus on ones that do color and pattern So I would probably look at Stranger for extreme pattern stuff. I would probably look at Stranger does color and pattern. Maybe I'd look at Confusion. I'm not saying these are the 5 that you should start out with, but if we only had 5, and she would have to be in there, and Pied, and Clown.
Okay. Yeah, I picked 3 recessives and only 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the same thing. So Scrambler for color and pattern,
Mm-hmm.
OD, because Super OD, I can have it and everything. Scrambler and Super Scrambler, I can have and everything. Like if there was only 5 in the world and I had to, and that's all I could work with for life, I'd want at least 3 recessives because I have something to, breed them together, make doubles, then make triples, and then get the super forms, Super OD, Super Scrambler, Monsoon, Pied. What was the other one I said? Monsoon, Pied, and oh my God, what was the other recessives? Come on,
Enhancer? Did you say enhancer?
Enhancer, yes, thank you. So, but thank God we don't only have to pick 5.
Yep.
And it's hard to stay with those 5 when all these people are making like one gene, like Barnhart Black Pastel can take something and go, holy fuck, look at that. Like one gene can make, everything pop.
Speaking of Tom Barnhart, he's often in the chat. He did an interview. We don't see him on interviews very much, and he did an interview with Nikki and Kurt this last Saturday.
Oh, cool.
On In Your Circle. Yeah, and I highly recommend you check it out. Seems like a amazing, nice guy. All the stars will be maple leaves, maybe.
I probably have some stuff that I'm going to have for sale. I'm just going through my whole back stuff, but I do got a lot of Asphalt Combo Clown stuff and Het stuff. So what about Desert? I know the females have issues, but they're awesome looking compared to the right stuff. No. So the females have issues.
Bad issues.
If you breed them, they die.
Yeah.
And you will never get a clutch. No one's ever had a clutch of eggs from a desert. And everyone that's tried, their animals die.
So it's
infertility issue.
It's just not worth it. You know, we're talking about this on More Forge last week on No Remorph, but there's there's another project like this, Urban Camo, that a lot of people, it's not as bad, but the yield is so low. It's not uncommon to meet people that have 20, 30 animals in the project and they've only ever created 2 or 3 Urban Camos. That's one of these Heartbreak Hill kind of projects that are probably better off avoided than pursued. And I know some people will say, well, it's so rare, that's why I want to pursue it. But it's a lot of effort for a very little amount of yield.
I don't have a Super Asphalt Cryptic yet, but I got to look to see what I've got as far as Asphalt Cryptic stuff. But if I do make a Super Asphalt Cryptic, it's going to be with a lot of other stuff as well. I've got a lot of stuff. So thank you so much. I like your list. Brittany says banana all day. I do like banana, right? But when you have banana all day, it's great because super bananas are good. Banana would go well into, if I was, like I said, enhancer bananas are okay. Banana pieds are great. And banana monsoons are great. And I think it's a great gene. But over OD and Scrambler, what it does, and I think there's just more potential. And you don't have the, all of this is all banana males, all banana females, and the mix and the male mix and the male maker, the female maker. So that's why I stuck away, but it is a great gene. There's so many genes that are incredible. Like, I'm taking Scrambler and OD over fucking Asphalt, and that's my favorite one if I had to pick 5, So it's a very tough one.
Yeah, and if I had to pick 5, I don't know that a sex-linked gene would be among them.
Yeah, I mean,
But again, I love it.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of banana stuff. I mean, I'm happy with banana. So, I have not. I've made a freeway clown pie, but not a super asphalt clown pie. I've made super asphalt clowns, super asphalt pies, but not one together yet.
I'm a few years away from that.
So selective creation. Do you think 2025 is the year for multi-code triple visuals? Seems a ton of projects are pushing 2 codons on both sides of triple pairings now, with greater odds having lots of double visual. Well, I think, every year is going to be like
pushing.
If you're not doing doubles and triples and quads or starting in that program now, you're already behind, but it depends on where you're at. And people got to realize when you start doing triple het to triple het, you're going to miss a lot of the time. And you're going to have to spend money to test and then hold everything back. So if you're in a position to breed, 20 plus animals and hold back 100 a year, feed them, clean them, not sell them, test them, put them in the rack, and keep doing that year after year, you don't realize how much it exponentiates. It's crazy. And I have people going, oh, well, I bred this to this and I got some triple hets growing up. Okay, why, what are you doing this year for? Oh, I'm not doing anything else. So you're going to have a male and 2 or 3 females that are combo triple hets. And you're going to put those in, and you might take 5 years to hit the triple, maybe 7. But you're not adding anything else every other year. So you're going to hit this one. Oh my God, I hit a triple visual. Well, they're nothing now because everyone's made them and they're better. And now if you want to get an extra gene in that you don't have, add another 5 to 7 years in. Like, so for myself, say hypo clown. Okay. I did it on my last, I think it was my Q&A. So just in, actually, no, it was on the, you weren't there, Craig, so that's why you can't chime in.
Yeah, I suck.
Yeah, it was the top 2 tier meeting. Okay.
Yep.
I have a Zoom call with the top 2 tiers on Patreon. And my man Robbie from Slither City was like, hey, if I get into triple and, triple and quad stuff, and I want to sort of save some space, and it's hard to do that. So I went on Husbandry.PRO and just double hets. So double hets, I have 368 double het animals in my collection. Okay. Now, out of that, some are visual recessive double hets, some are double visual double hets, but I have 368 double het animals in my collection. And I would say 90% of those are females. Okay. Triple hets. I couldn't pull up triple het because when I put the TH, it doesn't come up. But quad hets, I have 64. Okay. Now, some of those will be males. So out of 64, I probably have 24 males and 40 females, more than likely. But if you look at that, I would say I probably have 100 to 200 triple hets in my racks, holdbacks growing up. And guess what I'm doing this year? More doubles, triples, but I'm getting different genes in. You can't get into a triple and quad project or even a quad. Let me put my dreamsicle to my hypo clown. Cool. I got quad hets. I'm going to hold back a male and hold 4 females back. And I'm not doing anything else until they're breeding size. You're fucking losing. You've got to add other genes. Every year, you've got to make the same stuff with different genetics. And I'm going to try to do something like that on Patreon.
That'd be great.
This is how you have to do it and why, okay? Because you don't want to chase a project for 3 to 4 to 5 to 7 years, and when you hit it, you're dead in the water. You're hitting your best thing, but it's everyone else's shittiest animal because they've got multiple codoms on it, right? And then they've also got that triple recessive het for this, het for that, or quad het for this.
Also, a quad het isn't good just for creating quad visuals. The quad het is good for creating an assortment of visuals, and
especially with testing.
It gives you flexibility to try for more things. And with testing now, it makes a lot of sense for people to get quad het animals. Not that you're going to have 60 animals and try to make a quad visual, but that you've got a lot of flexibility with the pairings you can do with it over time. I do want to also say, Jared from Selective, tomorrow night, his guest on his podcast is on the Whiskey Bomb Network is going to be Tyler's Toxic Balls, talking about the KRG gene. So always an interesting podcast on Tuesday nights, 8:00 Eastern time.
That's the calabash reduction gene.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, you really, I have triple visual males. I got 5 triple visual breeding males, and I'm not even trying. I've been putting those into so many crazy things. Like I just did that. So I put, what's one of my pairings? I've got a triple visual to a combo double visual. So for one of my combo quints, if I make those, I'm not stopping. Next year, or if I can, I'm going to put into something else, make more, make some other stuff. Even if I can only make a recessive triple het with combos, it's still worth that. You really got to keep adding more genes and more females. And it's I got to try to put it on paper and try to explain it. But it's not like you can just get into a quad het project and buy a male and 3 females, put them in your rack, and that's it. You got to constantly be adding stuff, 2-3 gene double visuals. And then you breed one of those animals back so that you can make 4-5 gene triple hets or visual double hets or triple hets. And then you have that, and that goes into the project year 4, year 5. You can't just look at it as, I made some quad hets. They're growing up. Man, like I'm just starting with quints. I'm going to probably have 4 pairings that are quints this year. Next year, I want to do 15. The year after, I'm probably going to do 35 because I'm not going to be doing any double recessives anymore. You got to keep going. You can't just, I'm doing, double recessive. I've been doing double recessives or double hets since 2012. And I have 368 animals in my collection. Okay. And that's not including my triples or my quads, right? So I have a lot. And I'm going to continue to do that. But instead of having that, I'm going to use those, get some more, sell them off. And then guess what? Now I'm going to, my triple numbers are going to be higher. Then my quads will grow. And then when I start growing my quints, I'm going to drop off the triples because I don't need the triples if I've got quads. You see what I mean? You got to keep the game rolling. But it gets out of hand so fucking fast. Like I see people doing, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And like, okay, what are you doing this year? You need to add more shit into that, dude, because you need to build the base and then you got to add it and then push it up and then make more. You want to make a Christmas tree.
Because otherwise what'll happen in 3 years when those are grown up is that you won't have anything for year 4 and you'll have to make a bunch. And then if that's your pattern, then you wait another 3 years. So you constantly need to have things in the pipeline to change it up.
Yeah.
But to Jared's question about, is this going to be the year of the triple visual with codoms? I think it's the year of people shooting for it.
Yeah.
But here you've got, one of the top breeders in the world with that is absolutely laser focused on creating multi-recessive animals, and he's got 5 triple recessives. So this is not going to be the year probably where it just blows up, but it's the year, and it's not going to be the year that you're going to be able to go out and buy them because everyone's going to want to keep them.
But what people will be doing is they'll be shooting for triples and quads and hitting doubles, testing
Yes.
for the 66% het.
And
If it
moving
is, it
forward.
stays in their rack,
Yep.
or they get big bucks. And if it's not, you're going to see a lot of double recessives for sale,
Yep.
because nobody wants those. We want the double recessive that are double hets or single hets, right?
Yep.
So you're going to see double recessives on the market faster than double recessive hets, and then double recessive double hets are going to be, like the elite from that.
Yep.
And then eventually you're going to see triple hets. I mean, triple visual, and then triple visual 100% hets, and then triple visual double hets. So
Right.
But if I'm making double visual hets or double visual double hets, they're staying here. And the double visuals that I miss on after testing, they're going to be sold. Because why am I keeping, say, a clown pied when I have a clown pied het ultramel or a clown pied double het ultramel enhancer? I'm not selling those. I'm selling the low end. And the low end is the double visual. So, yes, people are chasing it and are going to miss. But don't forget, when you do triple het to triple het, you're still 1 in 16 to make a double visual? They're not. It's not like there's going to be 1,000 of them. Like, you're still chasing 1 in 16 to make a double visual from a triple het to a triple het.
But that's not the worst odds when you're reaching for a project and having you have to have a triple het to get those odds.
I hope I beat you to it, Bear. Enhancer ultramel clowns.
Wow.
Can't wait to see those.
That'll be great.
I'm even doing that with Pied as well, and also G-Stripe. So I'm like I said, I'm chasing a lot of that. Yeah, I'd really like to understand the theory behind efficiently adding. Yeah, I mean, it's not easy, and it's something where it's not going to be something. It's not a 3-year project. It's a 5 to 7 or longer. Right?
Do you recommend getting them in early and not and kind of vision casting what codoms you want in it and put the codoms in early rather than trying to do?
If you got the space,
yeah,
if you can sit on not selling animals. So if you're breeding double visual to double visual or triple visual to double visual, if you're doing that or combo stuff, you should be holding back pretty much 70, 80% of that clutch. Every female should be held back, right? The males, you need a couple just in case, but you really need to do that. But if you're doing 10 pairings and say you keep 5 animals back, there's 50 animals. There's almost a fucking 1 ARS hatchling rack that you're basically holding just for one project.
Yeah.
One project. You have a full ARS rack.
You got to be down for that.
Yeah, and for mine, you got to feed it, you got to sustain it, you got to have the space, you got to pay for that extra rack because they're not replacing these because they're no good for you. So they go into your holdback rack. If you don't have one enough that's empty, it can explode. Like in double hets, I have 370. What does that work out into racks?
Well, your racks are different than most people's racks.
I get it, but that's what I'm saying. But the thing is that's why I'm into the project so heavily.
It's 5 racks.
And yeah, it's 5 racks just for holdbacks for double recessive projects. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
And then if you add the triples and the quads on top, I probably have 7 racks of animals just for holdbacks. But what they can produce, and once they're in here, like, I've got a lot of stuff here. Like these 2 animals are here. Okay. They're a 4-gene hypo. 4-gene hypo, double het hypo clown, 50% monsoon. One of them is going to prove out. What's this one? Pastelenchi pied het clown. Pastelenchi freeway clown. Where's my triples? I got a bunch of triple stuff. But a lot of my stuff is visual hets, combo visual hets, visual double hets. And a lot of stuff too I'm moving out. Pastel yellow belly pied head hypo, it'll be my last year with her, right? For my freeway hypo stuff. Lavender, this is a visual lavender, okay? Double het G-stripe pied, okay? She's got maybe 1 or 2 more locks. So Visual Lav, double het, genetic stripe pied.
So that's a quad.
No, triple. Lavender double het G stripe.
Oh yeah, pied. Yeah, got it.
So here is a pastel fire or vanilla. Oh, relax. Almost got tagged. Pastel, vanilla, or fire. And that's a triple het enhancer genetic stripe hypo. Here's an enhancer het pied 50% G stripe. There's a pastel double het enhancer clown 50% G stripe. It's just stuff that I'm just breeding and pairing. I've got a lot of triple stuff. DG hypo clown, DG clown pied, triple hets. So I'm really working those projects. Plus, I got a whole bunch of stuff. Like I was showing on Nikki. I was on with Nikki and Lace on Sunday.
Yep.
Great show. And I don't know how many 3, 4 gene, 5 gene hypo clowns I showed you. Oh, here's a 3 gene DG double het cryptic pied. Here is a DG double het DG cryptic het pied. Here's a leopard DG cryptic het pied. You know, here's a pastel Enchi leopard yellow belly triple het DG cryptic pied. You know, they're back there. They're stacking. Once they're in here, it takes that game up to another level. But it's really, really hard. And, you know, it's something where you have to see it on paper. It's like when I was telling everybody, breeder 1, 2, 3, stop doing this. Stop making these pairings. And people would send me in their list. And I'm like, are you fucking guys not listening to me? Like, I don't care you're having 50 clutches. Like 30 of them shouldn't even be on this fucking paper. You shouldn't even have these animals. And I came out, put it on paper, explained why, and did a comparison. And people sat there and go, holy fuck, I'm doing it wrong. And now that they've made the changes, they're like, thanks, Billy. Holy shit, it's so much easier. Wow, I'm getting better, better production. I'm on my collection more. It's costing me less. I'm producing better animals. My collection, like I had one person, probably would have taken them 4 years or 5 years, the way they were doing it, to hit a double recessive. The very first year after they did that, picked up a couple key animals with what they had. First fucking year breeding, they hit double recessives. They're like, holy fuck, this is crazy. This is a dream of mine. I did it because you set yourself up for it, because you knew what the fuck you were doing. And I get so passionate about it because there's a fucking method to the madness. You know, oh, but I only got this for $400. Give it away for $200. You're saving yourself money. No, I mean losing $200. No, because it's going to sit in your rack for 2 years. You're never going to use it. It's going to cost you $500 in food. Get rid of it. You know?
Yep.
There's a way to do this, you know, and you know, mine's not the only way, but it's a way to help you get, especially if you're on a budget. If you're on a budget and you don't have the time and the space, you really got to be, you really got to be focused. Now, if you got the space, you got the time, and you got the money, you can do a lot more. But if you don't have time, space, and money, and you got to be focused, you got to be fucking smart.
And you don't have room for, you know, it's amazing when you go through a collection like that, you know, what you hear a lot is, what's up, Stephen Courtney? You hear a lot of, well, this is for shows, and this is for shows, and this is for shows. But first, it should be for you. That should be number one. There's a thing called the sunk cost fallacy. And this is where, because you've been raising these animals up for 3 years and you've finally got them up to breeding size, that you feel like you have to breed them. But that's not true or beneficial for your collection if they're not the right animals. So just because you bought them 3 years ago and you've raised them up doesn't mean you have to breed them.
I'm doing the same. Like, I'm going through my holdbacks, and I've got like pastel Enchi Odie yellow belly double het hypo clown. Why the fuck do I have this still? Well, because it was a 4 gene double het. I put it in my rack. You know, it's 700-800 grams. I've got fucking visuals. Why do I have it? I've got like, yeah, I might not have all 4 of those genetics in it, but I've got 2 genes into the hypo clown. I got a 3 gene hypo het clown. You know, it's not like I need this to get me anywhere. I have better odds, you know, just got to chase a little, right? And hope I hit a few. but I've got a lot of it. There's a lot of stuff that I have that I don't even need. And that's why I'm going to go through it. And I'm going to make a list on Patreon saying, hey, here's a bunch of groups. I want to move some stuff in numbers. And we all do that. Like Craig says, oh, just because I have it and I grew it up, oh, I should breed it to get something out of it. Not if you don't really need it. But I get that because I've done it. Oh, I'll make some cool stuff. And then when you do it, like,
several animals now that I
make these. Like,
yeah.
Shit, now I got to feed them. I don't need them. I got to sell them because I don't want them. I'm like, oh, why did I do this?
Yep.
You kick yourself in the ass after you do it. You want to kick yourself in the ass before or do it so that you don't kick yourself in the ass. And it doesn't make sense to some people. But the more you get, it's like, oh, fuck, I get it now. Now I know what that bald psycho guy's screaming his head off about. I get it now. Damn. It makes sense now. But, getting new, you're just like, oh, I want to produce stuff. And the more I make, I can hold this back. Yes. But if 80% or 70 percent of the stuff you're making and you're chasing, you're not going to need, that's, you're going to have 25% that you want if you hit, and 75% of the stuff you got to move. It's hard to move 75% of the stuff you make.
No doubt. No doubt.
Especially if it's not good stuff, because if you don't want it, why does someone else want it? Especially
in this economy. Yep.
It's going to be a year we are excited to see more of them produced for the first time potentially.
That's right.
Yep. Charlie says that part Billy just said, when I go for triples and quads and miss, I still make crazy double visuals. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Let's see. Autumn Sun. Never even heard of it.
I don't know what that is.
So, never even heard of it. Billy got that fire. Yeah, I get excited because it's like,
Billy rant.
I really want to see people do it right. And there's many ways to do it. But the majority of people don't have the time, the budget, and the space. But they're doing things like they do. It's not going to work. I understand you want to have 10 different genes, but you should only be working 4. Oh, but I don't care what you like. I'm just telling you, if this is your time, your space, and your budget, you need to work like this. Everybody wants, I want to drive, I want to have a Lamborghini, a Porsche, a Bugatti, and a Ferrari in my driveway. Guess what? I can only have one. Oh, but I want them all. I get it. You can't. You got to pick fucking one and be happy with it. We all want everything. I get it. There's so much amazing shit, but we're not all prepared. I'm not even prepared with this massive collection and the space and the warehousing and everything else. I don't even have it to be in all these other genes, right? And when you're getting into triples and quads, most of my shit, my whole back room, is stuff that's not even visually pleasing. It's powerful gene potential that I need to get to the amazing stuff years to come. But you got to sit on it, feed it, space, the racking. It costs money.
Yeah, I did a reel last year about how to know your cost. Look it up. And we did a one of your videos in the MC Academy on it. It's these animals that you're keeping are not free, right? It costs. I did a calculation and determined that my animals cost me, for 150 animals, it cost me about $140 some a year to keep them and provide them with enclosures and food per animal. That's not including my labor.
Right.
That's including some labor because I hire some help. But the fact is that every animal wants $147 worth of capital per year to buy these expensive racks and to feed them.
But is that including the racking?
That's including racking, depreciated over 5 years. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And so, that is, so when you're being given a free snake, it's not free, right? And sort of keeping some around that you don't have plans for is expensive over time. It just keeps getting worse. This is why I'm getting chop soon. That's right. Yeah. The chopping block is huge. I would say chop.
It's
yep.
an honor there. fucking with the Ginsu knives already. Oh shit, Ancestral. Wow.
Hey,
Haven't seen that awesome logo in a while. Happy New Year.
yeah.
One of my favorite when I got their shirt, I'm like, look at this this is sick looking. It's always been one of my favorite logos. Yeah, it's been a while since someone we've chopped.
Yeah, we need to.
Let's choppy chop. Thanks, go. Choppy chop.
If you want to see what one looks like, the Reptile Workshop on the BashCoder YouTube channel, we did one for the public to see, and it's pretty eye-opening.
So 319 says, "Great talk, guys. I found out what Billy's talking about the hard way."
Yeah, Chris, we all did.
Yeah, and you know what? We all will. And the faster you learn and change, you're going to continue to fucking do things the hard way, the long way, and the wrong way. And you're wondering why is everyone else doing this? And keep the momentum is there. And it's because they're doing it right or better than the way they did previously. You know, I don't expect everyone to go from a breeder 1 to a breeder 3 overnight, right? You know, but as long as you know, it's like, okay, this is where I am. I need to be at least here. How do I change, or what do I do? You know, and there's so many fucking people in 20 projects when they should be in 5 to 7 or at least 10, but you're into 20. It stretches you out thin. You can't keep advancing those projects because you're trying to keep them all balanced. It's fucking hard. Take 3 or 4 to the next level, have a couple stragglers. When they start growing, then you add some more, and then you grow them and have some stragglers. And you take this great little triangle and base, and you keep building it up, and it keeps building. If you start going like this and it starts going like this, you're not peaking. You're plateauing everything slow, and you wonder why everyone's. It's insane. I got to put it on paper to try to figure a way to explain it so that you understand the depths and what it takes to get into triples and quads, right? Lindsay.
Yeah. And by the way, when you're in triples and quads, the number of recessives explodes in your collection. You may only have 5 projects, but you might end up with a dozen recessives because that gets out of hand. What's up, Lindsay?
Let's start from the beginning. You're special, but not that special. No one can make me start from the beginning unless they get out and go replay. So Chad says, instead of making groups, make 4 or 5 columns based on values and let people make their own groups, picking 1 from each column. A lot easier on you. Instead of making groups, make 4 or 5 columns.
He's saying, I think he's talking about for the animals you're going to be selling.
Oh,
a lot of your breeder females and stuff that you're going to be selling. Instead of making groups, give them columns. Interesting idea.
Yeah. So pick 1 from each column, and then it's this much.
That's interesting.
There's a lot of stuff that I need to do. It's just never have the time to friggin' do it. But yeah. Good night, Sean. Finally, the rants are back. It's just something that I really want to scream and yell at. So people go, why is this guy screaming? To understand, it's like, fuck, like if you don't, no sweat on my ass. Cause I'm even making mistakes and changing them. And but I know what I'm doing, and I'm doing it okay. If 30-40% of what I make doesn't do anything for me, I'm still okay. But if you're doing things and 80% or 90% isn't working for you, you're going to feel it. Oh, but next year's going to be better because I got 10 more females. That's going to sink you even fucking faster. People think the quantity is going to help. No. If you make low-end snakes times 10, you're making 10 times low-end snakes. Oh, but I got 10 more, so it'll do better. No, you're going to make 20 low-end snakes.
Yeah.
Breedings. Like, it's not the number. I'd rather have 3 incredible projects that are always like, holy crap, than 20 half-assed ones. Because you're always playing catch-up with those 20 and trying to keep them all afloat. with there's 3 or 4, you can just keep adding and like, oh, all my sales go to this one animal that's going to help all these projects to another level, instead of going, oh, I'd like to get this animal, but I gotta, instead of spending $5,000 on this animal, I gotta spend $1,500 on 3 to help these go. But it's just giving them life support. You know, you're just giving you're giving a bucket to somebody on a boat, just enough to scoop the tail out to keep going. I want to get the fuck off a boat and buy a yacht. When you buy a yacht, you don't have to worry about a fucking tail. You know, the problem is you don't have 15 yachts. You got 1 or 2 if you're fucking crazy. But if you have all these different boats because you can't afford a yacht, you could if you stop fucking buying all the little shitty boats.
Yeah, I just have the 2 yachts.
Yeah, well, you know.
I don't have.
Then when you throw a helicopter on top of one of them, holy fuck, it's
right
over.
Don't I know it?
I'm trying to throw an analogy in there.
Yeah.
God. I'm on the whim here, guys. I'm on the whim. A little hot and sweaty and whoo. But anyways.
Well, because people get hurt when they do it wrong.
I get it. But I mean, you know, and sometimes
that's
need
why
to learn it the hard way. But I want to see people. And like when I posted that video on Patreon, people watched it. They're like, holy shit, Bill, I'm doing it wrong. Okay, well, and I saw them immediately make changes.
Yep.
And
over and over again, we've seen this.
It was like, wow. And it's I haven't had anybody call me up or message me and say, hey, Billy, I did what you did, and holy fuck, I got screwed. I've never had someone say, yep, this fucked me. Like, you know, you sold off, 5 or 6 lower end animals to buy 1 or 2 better ones that you're doing. And it's catapulting your progress by years. Better genetics, better odds, and less animals. It's the key to success in this game. Let's see.
Nah.
Yeah, there you go. No.
I'm not mad. I'm
not mad. Just disappointed. Just turn it away.
No.
Yeah. I should write a book.
You should write a book. The point is, you can't, if you don't know your costs, you can't improve them. And so you don't know what changes to make and how much. And then once you make changes, you don't know how much it affected you because you're not counting. And so it's really important to know your costs at least.
Yes.
What's up, Jeremy?
What's up, Jeremy?
I probably made my least productive capital investment this last month when I got that Mini 130, because it's a full rack that won't stay full. And it, hopefully the animals move out and go into other racks or go into other homes. But the hatchling racks don't stay full for a whole year. And so that was a tough one because it's not as productive as some of the other rack sizes. Barry, you got triples going right now.
Yeah, so it's a reality soon. Quads are still a dream, so he's getting there.
Yep.
Scales Unleashed, what's going on? How's it going, guys? All I can say is having a kid. So this is Scott. Having a kid into snakes, he can explain all of that to the dad. Sometimes dads don't know everything. Shh, don't tell them that. You can't let out that. Come on. We know everything. It's nice to know. It's nice when the kid can teach the dad. Yes. Well, it's good that the kids are learning and understanding it so that they can adapt it so they don't have to go through the growing pains or the mistakes that many of us that didn't have the guidance or knowledge made over and over sometimes. So it's good that they're understanding it and doing it. And you can see just over the last 2-3 years where you were and how your mindset was to what you're doing and what you're making right now. It's amazing, right?
Yep. It's the best.
Unlike
my situation where my daughter was into it, and then as soon as she found out what they eat, she decided she's not into it anymore. I have a kayak. Yeah.
Yacht, helicopters, and airplanes. Yeah. Don't forget the jet.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have a G4
here. Something you do out of passion, not money. When you get that reversed, you're short-lived. Yeah. You
Well,
know,
that's true because the passion has to sustain you. It's too much work there, to not love it.
So the video that I posted was on my Patreon. So you'd have to be at the $25 tier or up in order to view it. But what I would say, if you want to throw $25, join Patreon for 30 days, watch as much as you can, absorb it and understand it, and then get out. It'll be your best $25 you ever spent in this industry. Because if I have not had anybody join and watch the videos and then say, oh my God, like, yeah, I think, man, fuck, I didn't get my $25. Like, I have most people saying, hey, I've been on this thing for almost a day or two, and I got my $25 already in the first 24 hours, you know? And some people will learn stuff, or they'll listen to stuff that they already know, or it's that little thing. Like for me, and it blows my mind now because I've watched movies several times, and I just watched one, and I'm like, how did I never see this before? Right? Was the Home Alone.
Oh yeah,
I've seen that movie probably fucking 1,000 times, and I'm watching like, how the fuck did I not remember this part? After 12 times I've seen it. It's crazy how your brain works and what you comprehend, and it's crazy. So there's a lot of things that I will say, and I've even been on podcasts, and I'm like, oh, cool. And I'm like, what did he say? Oh my God, I didn't. Wow, how did that not come to me naturally after doing this for so long? That little tiny thing is well worth whatever I paid or the time that I spent, because it's now moving forward. I change and I adapt, and it's going to be rewarding and giving year after year after clutch, right?
Yep.
So, I agree with Craig, and I know my cost. I've dialed that in for the year. A touch, yes, which is great. You need to sort of
Sweet.
understand, you know?
That's awesome.
I don't believe so. I'll work on that though. So, Tornado Desert Ghost Pies. That's one of his new jeans, which is awesome.
Sweet.
So I'm going to put this up now. We'll still keep going for a little longer. Thank you all for being part of tonight's live. Me and Craig appreciate it. And the continued love and support from you amazing people that give us your time as well. Because, you know, we could be on here yapping, but if it wasn't for you amazing people in the chat, ask questions and uniting and supporting and coming in, even, you know, or even the people watching it that they unfortunately can't make the lives. It's awesome. And you know, we get 1,000 or 2 people watching these, you know, and it's great. And hopefully you learn something, or you make a connection, or we inspire you in some way. And don't forget, this isn't just about breeding snakes. It's also, you know, about community and networking. Craig, you know, his description's below. He's got an AV club or a Patreon for audio and visual to get all hooked up that way and learn and connect that way. And there's so much to this. And, you know, we appreciate you guys being here for that, and us being able to just be ourselves and tell you how it is and what you do with the information we provide, or that's up to you, you know. But I want to put out stuff that you can learn and watch. And I failed many times, and I don't want you to do it because it sucks and it puts you behind. And most people don't have the luxury. I know, even me, I don't want to, I got to wait another year now. It sucks. You know, we have enough to deal with missing the genes, getting the wrong sex, the animal's not breeding. Like, fuck. You know, with the stuff that we can't control, you might as well learn and control everything you can.
This is true.
You know? So, let's see. It's good. I went to college in business, and I understand Craig and Billy after a one-day live. Awesome. And listen to Lindsay. She knows what's going on. Hit that fucking like button, baby. Always learning. Fellow Canadian.
What's up, Steven?
What's up, my man? you should have got a notification on Husbandry Pro the other day. And if you didn't, let me know. So, exactly, Bill. You did it. Inspire me. Now I have 15 ball pythons, and I'm waiting on my first clutch ever. All right, man. Look at you, Ben. It's so sick. I love that. You know, it's amazing how just something I love to do and just talk and be myself can make people, like most people, it's like, oh, look at this guy. You know, I don't know. I mean, it's amazing that I can inspire people and shout people out and, you know, give people a kick in the ass to move forward, or teach them something, or something like how to get an umbilical cord untangled, or, you know, let people know that, hey, when I open up some of these tubs, there's going to be pee and poo and shed in it, because that's what these healthy animals do, you know? So I just like being real and telling you my opinions and why I do things. You know, certain genes I don't like, it's because they don't work for me, not because they're shitty. It's just because they're just not a part of my game plan, right? Jason says, I have 2-3 main projects, and ball pythons are my side, you know?
Yeah.
It's do what works for you and what you like to do. And you never know, because something that could be your side now could change into your main focus. I know many people that were huge into boas, and then they transformed. They're like, oh my God, the balls are way better. And they got now more balls than boas, you know? So you never know. Thanks, Luckies. The information is golden. Appreciate you. Most people just want to move their turds, not teach the rest of us.
Move their turds.
Yeah, Mr. Bear's too old for hets. Mr. 66 this year, I believe. Is it 64 or 66? I think it's, let's say 64. No, because I might be 64. Final answer, 64. Am I right, Bear? 62. Well, you look 64, you old fuck. He just fell out of his rocking chair. Love you, Bear. See, thank God I went with 64, not 66, because then he'd be like, 66. Fuck. Like he always says, his beard is older than most of us watching. Not me, not Craig, but most of you. His beard's older. You did awesome. Good. Awesome. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
But someone call help. Grandpa can't get up.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
What was that thing called? The Lifeline or Life
alert or something like that.
Life alert?
Mm-hmm.
I've fallen. You fall down. You got to hit this little button wherever it is on your chain or on your hip. I've fallen. I can't get up. And it automatically sends a phone call to the emergencies.
My parents have it. They don't wear it.
Alert. Yeah. The thing is when most people fall, they hurt themselves so bad that they can't fucking hit the goddamn. Yeah. So, where's that button? Oh my God, I'm bleeding to death. Like, you know. Anyways.
Remember, here in about 5 minutes, Chondro Corner on Herb Collectors Network tonight.
Yes,
so
Chondro Corner, baby.
If you're into green trees, pythons, check it out.
There you go. So you leave us if you want something to do. Shit. I know you're old, Billy, but I don't think you need a life alert yet. Yeah. Well, climbing ladders the way I used to and the racks, you fucking never know. I might need a few of them, right? You know,
yep.
One up here and one down here. In case it's like, I can hit it with my chin or some shit. But anyways, I'm going to play our outro. You guys are awesome. Thank you again, Craig.
Thank you for having me, as always.
Happy New Year's to everybody. It's going to be a great year. Kick some ass. And let's do this.
My channel, my content, I'm the man with the Morse. Billy Rose in the house,
Greg.
breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Yo, it's Billy Rose, let me tell you a tale. From the heart of Canada, where the pythons prevail. Got the rack stack high, morphs that'll make you smile. From clowns to ultra males, I'm running this reptile now. Started from the bottom, now collections elite. Feeding ASF, every snake gets a treat with the community tight. I'm the breeder you seek. Mutation, creation, every day of the week. Social media buzzing, see the followers grow. On YouTube, Instagram, watch the Billy Rose show. The hacks instead of giants, got the genetics on lock. In the reptile game, I'm the TikTok of the clock. Channel my content, I'm the man with the Morse. Billy Rose in the house, breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Cold scissors in hand, cutting clutches with flair. Reppin' Toronto, Canada, you know I'm rare. Team Ultra Male strong, colors vivid and bright. In the world of ball pythons, I'm shining the light. Handling the pythons with precision and care. Every stripe, every pattern, got the flair to compare. Networking worldwide, with breeders on the scene. Billy Rose setting trends, living out the dream. The convincing to the shows, repping hard every day. With the fans and the fam in the game, you stay.
And Craig. Awesome. Later, everybody. Have a amazing week. 2025. Hope it's off to an amazing start already. And everyone that's going to get some shitty weather, drive safe. Hope you guys don't get it too bad. And
stock up on canned goods.
And yeah, it's so far so good for me. I got a lot of new stuff and a lot of energy going in, and
yeah, man,
that keeps rolling the same way.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Oh yeah, and the best of 2025, we just got rid of our prime minister. Justin Trudeau is out of here. So awesome, man! I'm very happy with that. So 2025, baby. Have a
just
good night,
remember, when a prime minister resigns in Canada, he also resigns in real life.
Wow. Later, everyone.